Madame Tussauds New York is a wax museum located on 42nd Street close to Times Square in New York City. Madame Tussauds was founded by the wax sculptor, Marie Tussaud, and is now operated by the United Kingdom-based entertainment company, Merlin Entertainments. The Madame Tussauds New York location opened in 2000 with 5 floors of attraction space and over 200 figures. It has quickly become a popular destination in New York City. The museums, known as Madame Tussauds, are currently owned by Merlin Entertainments after the acquisition of the Tussauds Group in May 2007. Since the acquisition, Madame Tussauds Wax Museum has grown into a major tourist attraction. Madame Tussauds has expanded and will expand with branches in Amsterdam, Bangkok, Beijing, Berlin, Blackpool, Hollywood, Hong Kong, Las Vegas, New York City, Orlando, Prague, San Francisco, Shanghai, Singapore, Sydney, Vienna, Washington, D.C., Wuhan, Tokyo and a temporary museum in Busan, Korea. Today's wax figures at Madame Tussauds range from historical and royal figures to film stars and famous musicians. In 2000, Madame Tussauds arrived to the United States and opened its first attraction in Las Vegas, Nevada. The attraction received such great responses that in 2000, Madame Tussauds opened its stores in New York City's Times Square location. Since opening its doors in 2000, Madame Tussauds New York has quickly become one of the most popular Madame Tussauds locations in the world. With new figure launches every couple of months and over 200 figures, Madame Tussauds New York is one of the largest locations in the United States. The figure-making process for Madame Tussauds is about 4 months long and each figure costs about $300,000 to produce start to finish. The process begins with a sitting with the subject to decide on the figure's pose, outfit, hair, and makeup. After these details are agreed upon, the studio artists from Madame Tussauds take over 250 precise measurements and photographs of the subject. Once all of the measurements have been recorded, the studio artists begin crafting the figures. They start by creating a metal armature that serves as a skeleton for the figure. This skeleton is then cast in fiberglass to create the body. While the body is made, the figure's head is carefully sculpted out of clay and a variety of tools until a perfect likeness is achieved. After the clay has dried, a plaster mold is made of the head and cut into 13 pieces that allows the artists to remove the mold and put it back together. Once this is completed, the wax is melted down and poured into the mold, creating the figure's head. Then, the teeth and eyes are fitted and each piece of hair is inserted individually. The process of hair insertion takes about 2 weeks to complete. Once this is finished, Madame Tussauds artists cut and style the hair and apply the figure's makeup using several shades of oil-based paints to build the exact colors and tones. Once these steps are finalized, the figure can then be dressed and accessorized. Yeah.